guys, welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're going to be going over this 1979 Chrysler 300. On the way down to the Freedom Factory last week for the burnout competition, I received a call from a friend asking me if I'd be interested in saving this car, whether I used it to fix back up, restore, or maybe parts for another vehicle we have here. And I was like, absolutely. The only thing is, I broke my #1 rule when buying this car, as I never buy a car sight unseen. Well, this car I bought sight unseen. I seen a couple pictures of it on the internet, and that was it. But with it being a Chrysler 300, and they had only made 4,292 of these in 1979, I've never personally owned one, so I was like, absolutely. So once the competition was over in Florida, we drove all the way back the 18 hours to northern Kentucky, dropped off Linda, got a couple hours of sleep, and drove 8 hours all the way back down to western Kentucky, right at the Tennessee border. Grabbed this up in the pouring rain, never even really looked at it. Snagged it up on the trailer, drove it 8 hours back, dumped it off right here, and this is where it sits. So let's go ahead and look over this old girl. This is Busted Radio Garage. Alright guys, let's go ahead and take a look through this old girl. Like I said, I haven't even looked into it other than through the window. Oh my. Judging by the looks of it, somebody's been in here tinkering with the wiring. Fuse box, fuse panel doesn't look very good. Oh, she's rough. Definitely got some critters living in here for sure. I bet that back seat will clean up like brand new. Ooh, got a Holy Bible back there. Wow. Alright, let's get in here and see what we got. Well, she's a speaker delete car. Upper part of the panel looks pretty good. Gotta love the 300 badge. Let's see what we got for mileage. 55,009 miles and 1/10. I would say that's probably 355,000 miles by the looks of it. You never know. Homer only had 43,000 miles. Got the wipe wash mode on there. It is an AC car. Gotta love the factory tack. Full gauge. Got some dummy lights. Ooh, Alpine radio. Console doesn't look too awful bad. Oh yeah, they were heavy smokers for sure. Factory clock. Got the 300 badge. Actually, the dash, with the exception to the top, isn't too awful bad. Let's see what I got in the glove box. My understanding, this car's been sitting since about 1996. Let's see what we got in here. Let's see. Try to keep them showing some names here. This is an AutoZone receipt. From 1996. Looks like they bought a battery for $33 with a lifetime warranty. I wonder if they'll still honor that warranty. I doubt it. Registration paperwork. Let's see what's in here. Ooh, got a title. Date issued 1990. Huh. All right. Awesome. All right. Let's see. Oh, that put back in there. What I got here? Battery tray. I don't know what in the world this is. Anybody out there know what this thing goes to? It's got a speaker on that side. Badge is in good shape. Gotta love the whole passenger ashtrays. I'd be willing to bet that build sheet's under there. We're gonna have to take a look at that. What we got here? Oh, hair curlers. Who remembers these? Give those to the wife and take her out on the town. Bob. Couple ink pens. Ooh, a pencil. There we go. Wasn't out for bulbs. Oh, we're rich. We're gonna get some of our money back on this car. Sweet. Slapstick. What we got in here? Oh, aviators. Oh, got a piece missing. Dang it. Uh-oh. Oh, we got wacky backer paper in here. And they weren't smoking cigarettes with that stuff, I'd bet. Oh, score. Another fishing bobber. All the kids are going to be able to have one of those. Oh, score another one. We've got 2 fishing bobbers. All right, we're in business now. We got the other piece of the aviators. We're going to clean those up, wear them around. Here's the marker lens for the passenger side I told you I seen through the window. Sweet, we got that. Let's see, headliner's got a little hole right there. Probably got some Mises living up in there. Oh no, I'd say this is going to clean up nice. We're going to get this cleaned out and then get her in the shop and see if we can get her running. See if the horn works. She's been fooled with. Probably someone trying to change the steering wheel, will be my guess. We got keys, so we're good there. Let's see what we got. I still got the factory sticker here. Yeah, I'll set that there in case anybody wants to read it. Oh, what we got here? Nothing. Radiator cap. It's got a old Dodge truck overflow. Boy, she's rough. This is gonna be fun to clean up. One of the floors are in count. I don't know. Let's see what we got. She was built in March of 1979. Oh, she's a heavy old girl. The rest of the stickers are pretty well gone. Well, like I said earlier, the only thing that I haven't been able to look at the car yet, and I don't have keys, is the trunk. And I think I may have said it earlier when I talked to the gentleman. I had asked him, I said, have you ever looked in the trunk of the car to make sure there's, you know, like not a body in there? And his response is, I'm not even kidding, is well, I didn't want to look. So I'm gonna look. So I guess we're gonna find out together. So, well, hang tight. We'll get some tools and we'll get in this trunk and see what we got. All right, guys, like I said, we're gonna do this together. As far as I know, no one's looked in this trunk in over a decade. So hopefully there's no bodies in here, but there's only one way to find out. Oh, we got stuff. Not sure what's all in there, but we're gonna find out together here. Oh, we got all kinds of goodies. Got some dash parts. Pillar trim. Ooh, that might work for Homer. I think that goes out of a D150. Ooh, here we go. That's for this car. Some radiator hoses. Throttle body piece. Ooh, brand new brake pads. Oh yeah. Windshield wipers. Glove box. Oh, nope, never mind. Let's see. Oop. Sugar tab. Ooh, kick panels. A lot of parts for D150s in here. Oh, we got a hamster cage in there for a blower motor. I'll be able to use that for something. Oh, fishing bobber. Both the grandkids will have one now. Battery cable end. Another radiator hose. Boy, she just has no floor left. Now, well, like all the other videos, granddaughter likes to help out with the cars, so we'll get her to cleaning the inside of this out for sure. We'll get the old trash can out, get everything out of the trunk, and then we'll pressure wash her, get her clean, because I promise you she's not going in the shop the rest of the cars with possible critters running around there. So we'll get her good and cleaned out. Then we'll take her and see if we can get her running. If we can get her running, then we can go test on her and go out there and see if she'll do a burnout. Then after that, we'll just have to figure out what we're going to do with the old girl. We're going to try to fix on her, see if the frame rails in the back are bad, see if it's even worth trying to save. If not, you know, some of them have to die to save others, so we might be able to help out some future builders down the road and see if we can get their rides going. To be perfectly honest, what interested me the most about this car was the rear end. It comes with a posi traction 9 1/4 rear, which I'd really like to use for Homer. But if I can save the entire car, I'll save the entire car, and we'll just get another one for Homer. But nevertheless, let's see if we can get her cleaned out. We'll get you set up. Then we'll get her in the shop and see if we can get her to run. Maybe we can waste a set of tires. Hang tight. All right, guys, we got the 300 in the shop. It's a miserable, rainy, snowy day out here in Kentucky. Whopping 35 degrees outside. So we're gonna do the cleaning out process here in the shop. I mean, let's be completely honest. I don't keep the cars clean, the girls do. So they're gonna work on getting the car cleaned out. And then I'm gonna work on seeing if we can get it to run. So we're gonna just set you up here on the tripod, kind of let you watch what's going on. Once we get it running, we'll go from there. All right, enjoy. All right, guys, while the girls are cleaning out the car, getting it straightened up, went ahead and took a look of everything under the hood real quick. Went ahead and stole the new battery out of the Daytona over there to use for this, but they got a hot wire on the ground, which is always nice for burning a car down. But they've also got the original ground tied off with a shoelace up here to the support, and it's hanging down here. And then here's the hot wire, which is pretty rough. So what I'm gonna do is just, and I'm gonna steal a line from vice grip here real quick, is just do a fire test and make sure that we don't have anything catch on fire here real quick. And if all of it goes well, we'll go ahead and change the ends on both the wires and get all that hooked up properly. And then we'll see if we can get this thing to turn over at all, because to be honest with you, it could be plumb locked up. I'm not for sure, but we're about to find out. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach the ground to the ground here and see if we get any negative reaction here. I don't see nothing. I'm gonna grab the key and see if she'll do anything. Oh, they got it looking good in here. If she'll even crank over at all, then we'll take the time to fool with it. Nothing. All right, well, that battery may not have been juiced up enough, so we'll put it on the charger. Try it again here in a minute. All right, guys, I went ahead and got the charger on the battery to help build it up a little bit. Changed the positive cable end, got the negative straightened out. Here's the old wire for the negative, which was obviously broken, and they had it tied off up to the support. So we got rid of that mess. I'm not sure why when they put this one on, they didn't take that one off, but they left them both hooked up to the ground of the block. So went ahead and got rid of that mess. So I'm gonna go ahead and see if she'll even crank. I just need to make sure before we go any further that she's going to do something. Let's see what she does now. Well, we got some lights. We got a light there and nothing else. Let's see what she does. Well, she's spinning over. Had the clock there for a second. There goes the clock. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to change that ECU or electronic ignition box over here, but I do not want to put one of those on and take a chance on fouling it out until I know she's actually going to spin over good. As you can see there on the firewall where she has just exploded in the back and is running down the wall. Coil is awful rough. We'll see if she throws anything out. Again, I've got plenty of these boxes laying around here at the shop. Spark plug wires look good. I could go ahead and pull plug number 1 and see what it looks like, but again, I just want to see if she's going to crank off good. That battery's been sitting in the Daytona for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years now. It was brand new when I put it in, but obviously it's run itself dead. I mean, I've got her on full boil mode there, so hopefully it doesn't take too long. It'd be nice to get this running, at least take it out and do a burnout in it. They done a hell of a job cleaning out the trunk. I mean, what I expected, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's just plumb gone, and they were notorious for this. Salt and grime would get up underneath here, the lip where the floor met the frame rail, and it just rotted these things to pieces. And it did it in a hurry too, just a couple years. But I mean, it's plumb gone here, over there. Homer was the exact same way, and we cut all of this out and put a new pan in Homer. But we'll see how everything does. Not sure, we might make us a burnout car. And like I said yesterday, the full intentions of buying this car was for parts for Homer, getting that Posi Traction 9 1/4 out and putting it underneath him. But our granddaughter, my wife, is cleaning out the inside of the car. We can actually see some of the floors now. She's still working over there, but The car's gonna clean up really nice. Once she gets this back seat all clean and we get it cleaned up, we'll pull it and see if the build sheet's in there. That would be really cool. But all right, hang tight a minute. We're gonna let this boil up a little bit and then we'll see if we can get him to run. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that. We got lights. Got one here as well. Thing is, I don't have the key on, so I'll have to figure that grim one out. But all right, cool, hang tight.
Sure you want to put gas in the gas?
All right, boys and girls, we've got the battery is about 70% charged. We got everything hooked up. I've got a fuel line run to the tank. It doesn't have any gas in it, but what I want to do at first is just make sure that's at least gonna fire. I have no clue if it's going to or not, so I'm just gonna take a little bit of carb cleaner, spraying the carb. My wife's gonna try to see if she'll turn over, and we'll go from there. And I'm gonna have you guys sitting here with us, whether we succeed or fail. So let's give it a shot. All right, hold on a second. See if I can get this choke to hold open for a minute. Oh, well, for crying out loud. All right. Hit it. Oh, look at that. Oh, so close. Try it again. All right. I cannot believe that. That is unreal. All right, hit it. Well, there it is, boys and girls. She'll fire off. So I guess the next step is I'm going to run a temporary fuel system here, just using the old jug that I had on Homer for a couple years, and then we'll let her run, try to get warm. If she'll get warm without leaking and spitting up everything all over the shop, we'll kind of go from there with it. So hang tight a second and we'll go from there. All right, guys, we got everything hooked up as far as the battery, ground. She's done fired up on us and ran on carb cleaner. So I've got just my normal gas tank run off that jug for now until we can get it running, make sure it gets hot, make sure that nothing major happens. Sorry about that. Make sure nothing major happens with the car. If it seems to do okay, we'll pull the tank and get it cleaned, and we'll test on it. Well, I'm gonna test on it one way or the other, but we'll get it running to where it's supposed to be. All right, let's see what happens. All right, go ahead and give it some gas. All right. Try it again. All right, try it again. All right, got a fuel leak right there real quick. At some point they had a clicky clacker or an electric fuel pump hooked up to this. So let me get that fixed real quick and we'll try this again. All right, try number 3. All right, guys, when we were trying to start the car, I had fuel running everywhere underneath. So got to looking, and here's what's left of the fuel hose that was coming off the filter. The Mises done ate the dog crap out of it. So we're gonna go ahead and make this repair real quick, clean this filter out, put it all back together, and hopefully we'll be able to get this thing to run under its own power and get it out on the road today. All right, give me a few minutes. quite a bit out of the hose here for the return for the heater core, and I still have some of Homer's hoses left over, so we're replaced on that. I doubt we're going to be able to get up the temperature very well. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and test and see if the transmission works. So essentially all I did is just put a jack underneath the car to hold it in place. We're going to put it in, obviously, reverse, neutral, drive, whatever, and see if we can get anything out of it. I'm going to hand the camera over to my wife real quick. She's going to record for us. All right, guys, there you go. All right, guys, that's going to be the end for today's episode. I really wanted to get it on the road today, try to do a burnout and play around with it a little bit, but it just required a little bit more work. I mean, I just can't complain 100 at all, 100%. I'm totally tickled with it. Pulled this thing out of a junkyard where it's sat since, well, last time it was registered was 1996. Had to do some fuel line work. Obviously gonna have to do some work on the heater core lines. But transmission work, engine runs. I mean, she's rougher than a stucco bathtub, got holes everywhere. But not sure what I'm gonna do with it just yet. Might fool with it a little bit, might make a burnout car out of it, might make a drag car out of it, might just drive it around and have some fun with it. It's hard telling, but we'll get a set of gauges for it. Make sure that, you know, the oil pressure is right, temperature gauge is right, so on and so forth. Get some new plugs, wires, upper and lower radiator hose. A lot of that I have here from when I was working on Homer. So a lot of those parts are already here, so it's going to be pretty readily available, if you will. But anyway, next time we'll go ahead and get this thing pressure washed, get it cleaned, go through the brakes because we don't have any of those whatsoever. And we'll go from there. Well, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.